Former President Donald Trump has already violated his gag order from the court and may end up seeing some consequences as a result. Daily Beast reports that Justice Arthur F. Engoron, the judge overseeing Trump's bank fraud trial, had threatened to hit Trump with fines and even throw him in jail for his blatant violation of a gag order by refusing to delete a website post attacking court staff, which he was explicitly warned not to do. On Friday, Engoron addressed Trump's legal team and demanded that they explain themselves. Here's the quote. In the current overheated climate, incendiary comments can, and in some cases already has, led to serious physical harm and worse. I will now allow the defendants to explain why this blatant violation of the gag order would not result in serious sanctions, including financial sanctions and or possibly imprisoning him. Now, look, it is important to note here that this is a civil trial, not a criminal trial. And so jail time normally would not even be considered at all. Like, not a part of this. However, since Trump can't seem to stop threatening people for 2 seconds, it's on the table. It's on the table. Now, defense lawyer Christopher Kise immediately apologized for Trump's behavior, blaming the 2024 Republican presidential candidate's, quote, bloated campaign machinery for simply forgetting to remove a webpage that mirrored the True Social post Trump had already deleted. Kise said, quote, there's no intention to evade or circumvent or ignore the order, I assure you. I just know that this is a very large machine. And this is one of the reasons, frankly, I don't have social media. But that's been taken down. And we don't have any other. There were no subsequent postings yet that you know of. Now, look, understandably, the judge is skeptical because Trump is, he's Trump and he doesn't listen. And so he noted that Trump is still responsible for what his campaign puts out. And it's true. Ultimately, the buck stops with him. Whatever saying that you want to put, fish rots from the head down, I don't know. Whatever saying, right? And the other thing that matters here is that if it were just a one thing, I mean, already the one thing attacking court staff, bad enough, right? But then you look at everything else Trump has said and done. Remember, there's been at least several warnings not to intimidate witnesses or attack judges and prosecutors. Trump's already had gag orders put on him in other cases. For example, the second day of trial earlier this month, Trump had took to his True Social.
Truth, essential.
And basically shared a post. This is a post from a Twitter/X user that had asked, why is Judge Engoron's principal law clerk, Allison R. Greenfield, palling around with Chuck Schumer? Trump also linked to her personal Instagram page, of course, drawing the attention of his huge fan base against her. I mean, there's only one reason that you would link in somebody else's socials when you're complaining about her, is because you want that harassment to go towards her. Now, on Friday morning, Engoron brought that post up, citing the untrue, disparaging, and personally identifying post about my principal law clerk. And of course, the whole idea behind Trump's post was basically to call her a Democrat political hack and somebody who's under the thumb of the Democrats and only out there to ruin and beat Trump, blah, 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 the unfair, all that stuff. So now, again, Engoron was not happy about this, and he also revealed what happened in his closed courtroom when reporters were not present. He said, I spoke to defendants on and off the record. Off the record, I ordered Donald Trump to remove the post immediately. Approximately 10 minutes later, Donald Trump represented to me that he had taken down the offending post. Okay. I then, on the record, imposed all parties to his action a very limited gag order forbidding all parties from posting, emailing, or speaking publicly about any members of my staff, emphasizing quite clearly that personal attacks on members of my court staff are unacceptable, inappropriate, and I will not tolerate them under any circumstances. Despite this clear order, last night I learned that the subject of the offending post was never removed from the website DonaldJTrump.com, and in fact had been on the website for the past 17 days I understand that it was removed late last night, but only in response to an email from this court. Well, I mean, to be fair, I mean, how could you just, remember all the stuff that's going on at donaldjtrump.com? I mean, you expect him to remember what's on his website, donaldjtrump.com? I mean, seriously, he's got so many things that are going on right now. How could he possibly remember something so obscure? Wait. Come on. Look, could it have been an oversight? Yeah, sure, possibly. I mean, it'd be a pretty big one, pretty obvious one. I mean, if it was an oversight, then that's got to be one of the grossest, most incompetent teams ever. Especially considering how this is a court order. I don't think so, though. I think they kept it up on purpose. I believe that simply because of the way that he has treated everyone else involved in these cases against him. Attacking Fonnie Willis, of course, Jack Smith, Judge Chutkan, their staffers, their families. I mean, the attacks are just well documented at this point. Okay? It's almost as if, in my opinion, Trump is daring someone to throw him in jail. I mean, okay, I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. Maybe he thinks that that's going to help his case. You know, if he messes around so much that he ends up facing consequences as a result. Maybe he thinks he can fundraise off of it or something. I don't know. But hey, look, if you're going to go in that direction, all right.